How's it going, YouTube? Just got done with class here today. Got a pretty nice day today. It's warmer than has been recently, so it is a pretty nice day for riding. It was a little bit chilly this morning coming over to class, but I dealt with it. So today I want to talk to you guys about starter bikes, and mainly this is mainly aimed towards people who are on the same level of experience as me, as in none on a bike, but maybe other experience on some other power sports. This is going to be top 5 beginner mid-level CC bikes. Number 5. If you want something with a lot of long run, I guess, as in something you're not going to get bored of in a while, but also something that is manageable when you first start out. A good bike that I've researched a little bit is a Suzuki CV 650. Although these bikes aren't very aesthetically pleasing to many people because of the headlights, I'm sure you could find an upgrade kit for that to mod that up a bit, fit your fancy. It's a great bike with mild low end and pretty mild top end. So on the highway it's going to be able to do what you want, but in the low end it's not like it's going to flip you right over or anything when you twist the throttle. I'm sure you can pop some wheelies with it if that's your thing, but I'm sure you got to try to do it. I forget number 4. Number 4. Numero quattro. Number 4. A Kawasaki Ninja 300. If you like sport bikes, just starting out, if you want a pretty low cc sport bike, the Ninja 300 would suit anybody wanting a lower end, not gearing wise but cc wise bike. This might not have as much long tail for suiting you in a few years. I'd say the Ninja 300 would last a good year and a half, 2 years, just depending on your learning curve. Also depends on, you know, what you're using the bike for. If it's just around town, I'm sure it would suit you fine. You could also look into the Ninja 250. It's kind of the same type of thing. The 300 is going to have a lot more long tail than any 250 bike that you get, for the most part. Number 3, I chose this one just because of the cost factor of it. You can find these used just about anywhere for pretty cheap. This is a CBR 600, I think the F4i, really any of them but the RR. While this probably isn't the best beginner bike, a lot of people recommend the 600 bike. I wouldn't. I guess I am right here, but just because you can find them so cheap everywhere, it's a good bike to get started on, but you just got to remember to take these. But generally you can find these bikes for anywhere from like $1,500 to, you know, $3,000 or less, depending on how nice of one you want and how new of one you want. Sitting in the number 2 spot, I would say, is the Suzuki BRZ 400, and at the 2.5 spot, the Suzuki DR 650S. The Suzuki 400s are pretty much known for their durability. I've seen them with tens of thousands of miles, still kicking like they're new. I wanted to pass right there too. The Suzuki DRZ 400 or 650. Basically you can pick either one depending on how much you're going to be riding off-road and how much you're going to be riding on-road. I'm recommending this bike mainly because it's a mid-level CC, dual sport, great on-road bike, as long as you're not trying to do 120 on the highway. It's a great off-road bike on most trails, and anything that you're gonna come into as long as you have experience. These bikes have so much customizability, it's not even funny. These bikes basically haven't changed since the 2000s. Because they haven't changed, the number of mods that are available and customizations available are just insane. The market's huge for accessories for these bikes, and the cost point's there too. These bikes tend to float from 2,000 to 5,000 depending on year and mileage. Recently I saw some 2000s and 2003s with like 800 miles on them that hardly had a scratch for like 2,500. So that's really not a bad price when you're looking to get into both on-road and off-road. Now I bet you guys can't guess my number one top pick bike. Try to guess, go ahead. For my top pick, I'm picking the Honda CB500 series, or CBR500 series, whatever you'd like to call it. They have three variations of the bike. They have the X, which is the one I have, which is the adventure style. And they have the F, which is a naked style, without fairings and a windscreen. And they have the R, the CBR500R. The CBR500R is a great mid-level bike. This series with 471 cc's of raw power, I think it's one of the best cc ranges for beginners. My bike will do, 90 no problem. Probably could do more if I had the balls to do it. Insert clip here. Alright. I don't think I'm okay with 90 yet. But overall, my bike's been a great bike to learn on. Speaking from my experience, like I said, I didn't have any experience behind the handlebars of a motorcycle up on two wheels. These bikes have decent customization, but since they're a pretty new series, they're not going to have too much yet. So there it was, guys. That's my pick for the top 5 mid-level CC beginner bikes. It's obviously just my opinion, and you guys might have some differing opinions. You can voice that wherever you want. If I said something wrong in the video, oh well, it's not my job to be a fact checker. That's yours. I delegated, you see that? That's delegation. Big old dildo right on the front of that truck. Check out my other videos that I have previously posted and try to keep up to date with the channel. Peace out.